Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40k Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about theories in Warhammer 40k as we get into what it would be like to have Tau Space Marines. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40k content every single day. If you have any suggestions, comment down below so we could create a video for you. And also, stay tuned to the end of the video because we have the giveaway announcements and we have another awesome giveaway for you. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on Tau Space Marines. The Tau Empire is seen as an enemy of the Imperium of Man, since their rapidly advancing culture was rediscovered on the eastern fringe of the Milky Way galaxy. Exactly when the Tau Empire and the Imperium of Man made first contact with one another is unknown, for each was slow to recognize the nature of the other. For the Tau's part, it was fringe, dissent, or overtly renegade elements of humanity that they first encountered, in the form of free captains and pirates, across the coreward borders of the region called the Damocles Gulf, in the eastern fringe to the galactic east of Terra. The initial contacts ranged from friendly negotiations and trade to outright hostility. It was some time before the Tau watercaste diplomats understood the fact that the humans they had encountered were merely the forgotten outcasts of an incomprehensibly vast interstellar empire that stretched across the entirety of the Milky Way galaxy. This empire was so vast that any overt aggression on the Tau's part might lead to the outright destruction of their new empire and the existence of their species. Though many of the more passionate leaders of the Tau Firecaste called for a war of conquest against the Imperium, the Ethereals issued their instructions for the integration of the Imperium of Man into the Tau Empire. The Watercasts were to ally themselves with nearby dissident human factions, and over the course of several decades of patient negotiations, insinuate themselves into the courts of several dozen Imperial commanders. The influence of the Tau thus spread further and more rapidly into the Imperium than any amount of military conquest could have taken it, until a swath of human worlds were trading with the Tau Empire in preference to the Imperium's own merchant trade cartels and rogue traders. Alien goods and technology flowed through the markets of these border worlds in plain contradiction of the laws of the Imperium. The second phase of the Ethereal's instructions were thus ready to be initiated. Upon a score of worlds, Watercaste envoys whispered long-rehearsed words into willing ears. The seeds of rebellion had long been cultivated by the Tau, and now bore traitorous fruits, as each Imperial governor declared himself free of the shackles of the Imperium's rule. In the ensuing power vacuum, the Tau Empire expanded, claiming for themselves those human worlds that came to be known as the Farside Enclaves. The Imperium's response was unusually swift, but characteristically brutal. War was declared, and the Damocles Gulf Crusade was launched by the Ultima Segmentum Command, involving units of the Imperial Guard, the Imperial Navy, and several chapters of the Space Marines. But what if the Imperium would have never declared war on the Tau Empire? What if instead a new agreement between Terra and the Farside Enclaves were signed? An agreement that would allow the Imperial worlds to benefit from trade with the Tau, so long as the Tau Empire gave the worlds back and stopped their attempt to take control of Imperial worlds. As heretical as this may seem, the two empires would have benefited greatly from a treaty like this, because in the coming years, a new and much larger threat emerged in this part of space: Hive Fleet Gorgon. The Gorgon was a splinter fleet of the Hive Fleet Behemoth that had been found by those Tyranids who had survived the Behemoth's destruction during the Battle of Macragge, and which began consuming poorly defended Imperial worlds to replenish its small numbers. By the time this splinter fleet made its way into the Tau space in the eastern fringe of the galaxy, it had grown to become a full Hive fleet in its own right. With the emergence of the Tyranids, the Imperium of Man and the Tau Empire would have been smart to form a pact of alliance. The Imperium would defend and trade with the Tau, and the Tau would fight and trade with the Imperium. This pact could have saved hundreds of planets from the Tyranid invasion, and even though it might seem as if though an alliance would benefit the Tau more than the Imperium, The truth is, the Imperium of Man could see big benefits from the Tau Empire. The Tau Empire's caste system specializes its population to become masters of one trade. Tau diplomats could negotiate deals with neighboring planets on behalf of the Imperial Tau Alliance. Earth caste engineers could work alongside the Adeptus Mechanicus to demonstrate technology pioneered by the Tau Empire, such as plasma generators. The technologically savvy Tau Empire could lead the AdMech to further understanding of the Omnissiah and his place within the technology. But most importantly, the Tau Fire Warrior caste would prove to be the most beneficial part of a Tau Imperial alliance. The Tau are unique amongst the Xeno species of the galaxy, in that they possess no psychers, nor do they succumb to the chaotic taint like an Imperial Guardsman. Tau Fire Warriors would be the perfect auxiliary in an ever-growing battle against the forces of chaos. While they do not possess the pariah gene, nor are they able to nullify the warp, the Tau Fire Warrior can enter a war zone and fight the demons of chaos without fear of coming out of the battles contaminated. At first, the Imperium of Man would use the Tau Fire Warriors as a complement to the Imperial Guard. But after seeing the Fire Warriors' inability to fight wars of attrition, they would shift their military force into a special operation force. Tau's tendency towards diplomacy and trade would allow the Fire Warriors to be purchased as mercenaries. It would be to the Tau's advantage to allow their fire caste to fight in the name of the Imperium in order to keep the Imperium from fighting the Tau. At the same time, the Tau Fire Warriors would be gathering intel on the strategies of the Imperium of Man. The mercenary Fire Warrior would build on to the stockpile of reconnaissance the Tau would need in future conflicts. The tech priest and magobiologist of the Adeptus Mechanicus could not resist dissecting and enhancing the biology of the Tau Fire Warriors, and it would be in the best interest of the Tau Ethereal caste to allow this to occur. Augmentation to the Tau physiology would lead the Tau to better understanding the medical processes of the Imperium. Their goal would be to understand their genetic manipulation abilities. The endgame would be the creation of Tau Space Marines. The gene seed of a Space Marine can never be used to enhance a Tau Fire Warrior. The gene seed would simply not match any of the Tau's natural physiologies. What the Tau would have to do is understand how the gene seed was manipulated and how it can be replicated to fit the Tau Fire Warrior's genome. Because the gene seed of a Space Marine comes from his Primarch, and that Primarch's gene seed comes from the God Emperor himself, the Tau Empire would have to face the fact that their Tau Space Marines would never be a true Space Marine, but the skills and abilities of an Astartes would be replicated and enhanced. Once the Earth caste discovered the genetic manipulation power of the Imperium, it would begin to augment and enhance their Fire Warrior caste, a secret project that would begin on the Tau's homeworld that would see the birth of the Tau Space Marines. These new Fire Warriors would have multiple organs that would manipulate and enhance the Tau's natural respiratory and nervous system, allowing them to perform great feats of endurance better than a Space Marine. They would contain augmentations to the unique Tau gland that would improve the warrior's endocrine system, creating massive Tau Fire Warriors. They would be larger and stronger than the Fire Warriors of the past, and stronger than even a Space Marine. Augmentation to the Tau's immune system would create Fire Warriors impervious to disease and illness. Their ability to heal from wounds that would normally kill a normal warrior would make them appear indestructible. Like the Space Marines of the Imperium, they would no longer need sleep like a normal Tau. Their bodies would be able to shut off sections of their brain and remain alert enough to continue fighting. The Tau's natural connection to the ethereal caste would be enhanced, to the point where a Tau Space Marine would be able to intrinsically coordinate attacks without having to stay in constant communication with the ethereal commander. Hormonal signals would direct each Tau Space Marine, allowing each member of the team to know whom to attack and how best to battle a foe. This new enhancement would seem to be derived from some telepathic power, but in reality, it would be similar to the way ants on Terra communicate with each other. They send pheromonal markers that direct the whole colony. Tau Space Marine vision would improve to the point where sights would be irrelevant to a fire warrior. Their superior eyesight, coupled with Tau technology like target lock, would make the new Tau warrior the deadliest marksmen in the galaxy. The last and one of the most important of the gene seed organ implants a Tau Space Marine would possess is the black hoof. A neuroactive black organic fibrous material is implanted directly on top of the Tau fire warrior's hooves, which would connect to the Tau's central nervous system. The black hooves would be as strong as Space Marine adamantium, incapable of feeding back information to the Tau's brain about the environment. In addition, the hooves would be able to decipher the biological makeup of anything they step on. Tau Space Marine would become notorious for stomping the heads of their enemies, because by doing so, the Tau Marine absorbs the enemy's knowledge. And those were 40 facts on Tau Space Marines. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, it's good. What I want to do is I want to do a part 2 video where we just talk about all the enhancements that you would see on a Tau Space Marine. So comment down below. Let me know what awesome enhancements or what awesome augmentations a fire warrior would see to either combat, a space marine or combat some other species in the galaxy. And also, Tau Space Marines sounds cool, but what would the Tau Empire call these new warriors? I couldn't think of anything. That's why I just kept calling them Tau Space Marines. But what do you think the Tau Empire would call these new enhanced fire warriors? But with that said, guys, I have a special message for you. Now, I wanted to take this time to do kind of a cleanup video and announce the winners of all the giveaways that we were doing last month. So the winner of our subscriber appreciation giveaway for the Orc starter set is that guy right there. Now, the winner of one of the Necron Destroyers, courtesy of ZombieCon the movie, is that guy right there. And then the other Destroyer winner is that guy right there. Now, ZombieCon the movie, they sent us more stuff and we're still going to give away those things. It's just that I've been waiting to create a Necron video for it, so stay tuned. It should come hopefully this week, but we have some really awesome prizes that ZombieCon the movie sent us over. So again, click on the link in the description if you don't know what ZombieCon is. But also, I wanted to announce, because we have some more giveaways for you guys. What better way to fight these new Tau Space Marines than to fight them with Gilliman's very own Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought? You guys can win this. Simply comment down in the comment section below. Make sure you are a subscriber to our channel. This is a subscriber appreciation giveaway. We couldn't do it last month just because timing. We couldn't get to the GW store in time. But now we have it, so we're giving it away for you guys. Simply comment down below, subscribe to the channel, make sure you're a subscriber, hit the little bell notification icon right next to subscribe if you haven't done so. Like this video and share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter. We're going to be checking for all those things, so make sure your YouTube channel is set to public if you do want to participate to win this guy. Because afterwards, once we pick the winner, we go into their page and then we look them up and make sure that they are subscribed, they liked, they commented, and they shared. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Don't forget to comment what you think would be awesome enhancements for a Space Marine, a Tau Space Marine, so that we can do part 2. I'm really excited because that will just be a viewer video, basically. I will be taking all the information that you guys gave me and putting it out there. And again, if you want to support us a little bit more, jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, we understand. Simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out the channel. But with that said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.